Hey, it's Tony talking car biz. Check this one out. A 2025 Toyota Tacoma. This is going to be your Tacoma TRD Pro. In this video, I'm going to dive inside this TRD Pro and talk about all the interior features, and then watch for a link at this video, end of this video, for my exterior overview. But let's get started right inside. Here we go. So many great features on this truck. Hey, let's go ahead and get started right up front. I'm going to dive inside, take a look at the driver's compartment first. So let's start here on the door. TRD red stitching on the upper armrest, which is padded. The entire door panel's padded through here. And then they've got that non-slip door handle. So when you go to jump in, if your hands are wet, this is rubber. One touch up and down on all four windows, power door locks, power mirrors, a blacked out door handle, a little junk tray here, throw your wallet or what have you. TRD Pro badge right in here, and then some, I don't know if this is real carbon fiber or faux, but it looks good either way. Bottle holders, cup holders down here. There's a puddle light on here as well. And then there's a speaker in the door. So a lot of style and function in that door, just under the door. Let's take a look inside. So this is one of the craziest seats I think I've ever seen inside of a vehicle. We'll take a look at the front of it here first. So it is specially designed for the TRD Pro. You can only get this seat in the TRD Pro. Here it looks pretty standard, pretty normal. Perforated leather seats, heated seats, red TRD stitching leading up into the back. Same thing here. But then you see this faux or this carbon fiber TRD badge, and then the headrest, notice, is integrated. It doesn't go up and down. It's totally integrated. Amazing seat, designed specifically for the TRD Pro. And believe me, they spent a ton of time on research on this thing. So let me do this. Let me move the seat forward, and let me pop the seat back. Interesting, the seat only goes forward and backwards, up and down. And then it has four-way lumbar support up and down. But as far as recliner, it's manual. It's this handle right here, and I'll show you why that is. It has to do with all the technology that they've integrated into the back of this seat. So holy cats. It's really hard to describe everything that's going on with this seat. But the seat itself actually has shock absorbers in it, both front driver and front passenger. So you can see the shocks here, and you can adjust the pressure here as well for your back. If you look down here, there's also lateral shocks going this way. And then if you look all the way down here, probably going to be hard to see with my camera. Let me see if I can get down here. If you look all the way in here, then there's some additional shocks. So there are shocks built into the seat to smooth out your ride when you're driving in the truck. It's really next level seating for off-road driving. You can see it over there on the passenger seat as well. So it's only on the two front seats. Super cool. I love the faux carbon fiber, or maybe it's real, I don't know. And the TRD stamped right in there. The downside to these seats is it does take up a lot of leg room in the back seat. So once that seat's all the way back, I don't think anybody's going to be able to ride on that side of the seat. But just wanted to point that out to you because it's only available on the TRD Pro, and it really is for that next level off-road driving. Down here we do have those aluminum pedals, brake and accelerator, TRD Pro floor mats, standard. And then I've got to say, this is probably the most switches I've send on a dashboard for a Toyota. So let me see if I can guess what they are. This one here is to align your headlights. So when you put a trailer on the back end goes down, headlights go up. What that does is it allows you to adjust the headlights so they aim straight down the road. Dimmer switch for your dash, gas door release, automatic high beams on and off, traction control on and off, 120 volt AC, which is in the trunk and also in the back seat, power lift gate. You have 4 auxiliary switches to add your own features. So the switches are already built in. You just need to find what you want to put on, like a winch or light bar or something like that. Cargo light switch, and then the TRD light bar. Watch my video on the exterior to see the light bar in action. Also, the upper part of the dash here, this looks like carbon fiber, It might be plastic. Either way, it looks good. Don't know for sure. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel is going to be standard on here as well. So just the door, the seat, and the dashboard over here took me 5 minutes to explain. Let me jump inside and show you more. I'm going to go a little wide angle with the lens so you can really take it all in. But, you know, here in the driver's seat, this is definitely a driver's vehicle. There's room for others inside of it, maybe a front passenger, but it's all built around the driver's experience. So features, let's talk about them. First of all, let's talk about legroom on the driver's side. So there's the seat all the way back, and I pretty much can't reach the pedals. I wouldn't be able to drive it in this position. I guess if you were a 6-footer, it would probably be okay. Much taller than that, I don't know. You'll have to give it a try and find out for yourself. As far as the steering wheel, typical Toyota TRD steering wheel, leather wrapped, heated, perforated, a little bit of red up here in this red TRD band, and then the TRD logo down here in the steering wheel. Fingertip controls for your cruise control. Over here, we have dynamic radar cruise, of course. We have lane tracing assist. We have road sign detection. The controls for most of that is on this side. And then over here are the controls for your sound system, Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone. And then you can also toggle through some of the settings there. When I start it up, I'll show you all of that. Otherwise, this is an electronic power steering. Over here, wiper controls, intermittent settings. Over here, headlight controls with your fog lights, and your daytime running lights are on this side. Remember, this does have automatic headlights, so they automatically come on and off, and they're also automatic high beams, so they switch by themselves as well. Just going to move this ahead a little bit. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Now, of course, the TRD does have the red TRD push button start, and we'll push that in. Got to have your foot on the brake, hold it, and then push in and hold the button. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the gauge cluster. You can see that it is pretty much all electronic. Well, it is. It's a computer screen, right? And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can maybe see it a little closer. Hopefully that helps. So on the left-hand side, we've got our turbo monitoring system. So our pressure on our turbo, as well as our tachometer. We've got our speed up through here, a variety of indicator lights, and over here we've got our speedometer as well with our trip meter and our odometer, and all of that are there. Now you can change this up to different views, and if you go way back here and you remember these controls over here, these controls are going to allow me to toggle through different settings. So I can change my safety sense, I can change my adaptive cruise control, I can see different things going on the gauge cluster, like this is my tire pressure. Here's my stabilizer. So there's lots of things that you can do toggling through these settings. And again, those are all found right here. When you stop by the dealership, be sure and have the salesperson show you all the features as far as that goes. All right, let's take a look at our sound system. So this is Toyota's sound system that they put in. I think the first one was the Tundra. So this is a 14-inch diagonal sound system. It's all touchscreen with the exception of the on and off and the volume button. That's this large one right here, which is awesome because when you're driving, you've got your hand here and you want to raise and lower the volume, you can do it right here. You can also do it on the steering wheel. So this is the only physical control. Turn it on. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And then we're going to jump through this really quick. I'm not going to set it up because it's not my truck. Someday somebody's going to buy it and they're going to want to set it up themselves. So I'm just going to jump through here, and I'm going to do setup later, and I'm going to continue without setting up. Can you help me here? All right. There we go. Oh, let me back up here. Exit. Okay, so the only features I can show you right now, number one is going to be the radio. I want to point out that it's, of course, AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio. You get 3 months of the Platinum subscription. It's also wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible. Also, while I'm here, I want to show you the backup camera. That's right there. huge screen, and you can see there's some abilities to change perspectives on here as well, depending on what you want to do. There's a perimeter scan. You can see them right next to the woods here on this side, but super bright, super easy to see stuff, and you can change. Look at this, change it so I can see my side of the truck, different perspectives. So there is so much going on here. Stop by the dealership, take a look, and learn all about this infotainment center, I guess is what they call it now. More full carbon fiber going all the way across. I do like the Toyota badge here. Hopefully you can see it, but it's kind of got a red bezel around the bottom. It looks really cool. There's a storage compartment up here. There's also, check this out, there's a place up here for a Bluetooth speaker. Now I pulled it out so it wouldn't disappear at the auto show, but there's a JBL Bluetooth speaker you can put in there, and it syncs with your sound system, or you can pull it out and, you know, do a tailgate party or something like that. Really great feature, really interesting idea. As we come down the center stack here, I want to point out that, first of all, this is not what it normally looks like. So this one was at an auto show recently, and somebody made off with the switches here because they just pop in there, and somebody pulled them out, and they've not been replaced yet. So if you're going to an auto show, please don't take the pieces of the vehicle home with you. You're welcome to, if you want some, go to a parts department. They'll sell you the dials, but just don't do that. Heated steering wheel control here. Here's our brake controllers, so it comes standard with brake controllers if you have electric brakes. Heated seats, both sides. Ventilated seats, both sides. 3 settings for those heated and ventilated seats. And then all your temperature control, front window, rear window defrost. And then down here, we got all that great connectivity for our smartphones and such. So we've got wireless connectivity. We can just drop our phone on there and charge it. It'll sync automatically with the sound system. Away you go. USB ports over here, and then a 12-volt outlet here. There's also some storage down in here, and there's a hook over here if you have a bag or something, shopping bag you want to hook on there. They also have this, whatever you want to say, for the passenger when you're off-road driving. That's actually rubber coated, so it's slip resistant. Really cool there. And then I'm going to zoom out here a little bit for you all. There we go. Okay, so you see the shifter? It has the red TRD, so this is leather. And then on the bottom of the shifter, it says TRD, so really cool there. Automatic transmission settings, parking brake hold, and then our 4-wheel drive selectors right here. You have to push this button in right here to turn it into 4-wheel drive. I actually wish the button would have been over here on this side, so you could do that, but that's the way it goes. Tow haul button, and then your drive modes. Now the drive modes are for off-road driving, and the multi-terrain select, and the downhill assist, and the crawl. There's lots of great videos out on the internet about these features, and if you're interested in learning more, I strongly recommend looking them up. I've never had the pleasure of taking one of these off-road, so as far as how those features work, check out some of the other YouTube videos online. And then we've got our 360 view, we've got our trailer, we've got our differential disconnect. This button is really cool right here. So the front stabilizer bar, you can automatically disconnect it electronically. So if you're off-road and you need some more flexibility in those front wheels, you can disconnect that stabilizer bar to get better traction off-road for that heavy-duty off-road driving. Dual cup holders are right down here. Overall, very functional, very easy to find things, big dials, big knobs, very practical. Armrest, again, the TRD red stitching. Room underneath here, there's no plugs or anything like in there. It's not a locking armrest. You can get a safe to put in there, by the way, as an upgrade. Quick look at your passenger side. You can see it's got all the similar features. There is a passenger assist grip up there. We have a lighted vanity mirror over on this side. Here's your glove box. Notice it does have a lock on there, a key lock as well. And then the sound system on this being the JBL, you pick up those speakers up in the A-pillar, and there's some passenger assist handles up there as well. So a lot of features on that side. Let's take a look overhead. So overhead we have our electronic mirror. This is really cool. So the way this works is you can set it up, and it's actually using one of the cameras off the back end of the vehicle to display what's going on behind you. If you flip it down, it goes old school. There's 3 garage door openers underneath here as well for the HomeLink system. There's a sunglass holder up here. These are going to be controls for your shade. I'm sorry, for your sunroof. Or actually, that one's for the back window, sorry. So that one opens up that window. Okay. And then, let's see, we've got this sunroof. So there's a shade up here, and I do have it popped open there. It's a glass sunroof, and there's a switch right here where you can open it up all the way, or you can close it. Open. Open. So there you go. Pretty nice. Close that up. And we also have SOS, or our Safety Connect, so if you have problems out on the road, hit that. Take advantage of Toyota's complimentary roadside assistance. Wow, that's a lot. So up front, that's the driver's compartment, holy cats. Let's go ahead and take a quick look in the back seat. Quick look at the door here in the back seat, more of the TRD red, some of that faux carbon fiber on here, power window switch, privacy glass, and cup holders down there with a speaker. Take a look at the back seat and then we'll jump in. This is the hybrid edition. So the challenge with the hybrid is they use the space under this seat for the battery. So the battery is going to be under there. If you go with the non-hybrid, then you've got some storage under there, but with the hybrid, that's the way it goes. Headrests are height adjustable and removable if you want to take them off of there. There are child safety seat anchors down here as well. Now I've got that front seat all the way forward for demonstration purposes, but you'd have to be about 4 feet tall to drive with it like that. So I just wanted to be able to get back here and show you some of the features. Here's another look at that back seat. You can see it does add on the passenger seat. It's adding about 3 inches. We're taking about 3 inches of your legroom off back here. The back seat does sit up a little bit higher than the front, so you can see out the front a little better. There's cup holders here, 120 volt outlet here, and then 2 USB-C ports right there for charging your devices. Otherwise, in the back seat, it's pretty, what do they call it, utilitarian. These seats do come down, and behind here is where we find our jack and our tool kit on this one. But not a lot going on back here. There's passenger assist grip. Of course, there's 3 seat belts. Good luck getting 3 people back here. It's really tight. I guess you're not buying it as a family vehicle. This seat does come down. There's a release right here. Pull on it, and it comes down. And then behind here is that JBL subwoofer, part of the JBL audio system. So there's a little bit of storage behind the seat, but other than that, it's pretty minimal. Of course, you have a cargo light up there as well. So definitely not a family vehicle, but if you got to get 3 people, 5 people in a pinch, you can get it done in the Tacoma. So that's a quick look at the interior on this 2025 Tacoma TRD Pro. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And be sure and watch for a link for the exterior video. So I did a complete walk around, covered all the exterior features in another video at the end of this one. Thanks for watching.